right, you guys. So we are back. We're back. No live streams today. I was planning a live stream, but we're just gonna do a video and go over Just a Robot's mess yesterday. It is absolutely insane what happened yesterday. Just a Robot decided to pull a Coyote Lovely, and it's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. The last 2 days have just been insanity. Insanity. Just a Robot insanity. So it all started with Himpleton's stream. I was on Himpleton's stream. We're going over Just a Robot's video. It ended up being released a day early. I wasn't going to go over it on my channel because I didn't feel the need to go over it on my channel because I don't want to cover the Synnibear situation. I don't want to. I didn't want to. I don't want to cover the Synnibear situation on my channel. And yeah, I didn't want to cover Just a Robot's video because I thought that the defense for the video was really bad. However, things seems to have escalated with Just a Robot, and I need to cover it now because this is something that I can't ignore. And if I do ignore, I feel like I'd just be letting Just a Robot get away with things, and it's just like, this is not okay. So let's get into it. So Just a Robot, I think, essentially pulled like a hybrid of Edwin and Coyote Lovely. And what I think happened was that he wanted to cover the Synnibear situation and thought it'd be a great idea to go behind the scenes and go and theory craft with a few other creators, and think it was like a great idea to kind of do like I don't know, like not really like a slop content, but take other people's arguments, Kumo's arguments, water them down, defend Synnibear, and then kind of grift off the views of people that currently hate Kumo. Because in this video that that is now taken down, he was shitting on Kumo a lot, and I think it's absolutely hilarious that he's pushing back on Kumo in this video, and we're not going to go over the entire video. He's pushing back on Kumo specifically while going to Kumo and asking for feedback on his video. And it's just like, you're kind of being a jerk by doing that. Anyways, so he felt the need, according to Just a Robot, he felt the need when he was going over the Synnibear situation. According to him, he had this suspicion that something was off about the Synnibear situation. So he felt the need that he needed to wait for Synnibear's response, and something was off, and then he decided to defend her, and then defending her led into this interview with her. And while having this interview with her, this interview turns into like a really odd scenario where instead of having it be an interview with her, it turns like into this like weird flirtatious kind of conversation with her. It's very odd. So we're gonna go over this interview. I have my criticisms, and then we're gonna go over the Chud Logic live stream that happened on Sunday. A lot has happened. So let's go over it. Let's get started. Yeah, essentially, in short, what happened was that Just a Robot pulled a Coyote Lovely and has like admitted that he had like some kind of attraction towards Synnibear, and that kind of clouded his judgment in his coverage and became really, really, really too involved in this situation. Well, too involved. But let's get started.
Kind of dead inside.
That sounds about right. Like, you seem like you've been through quite a bit of a roller coaster lately.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's my first question, if you don't mind if I begin. Do you mind if I begin?
Am I being recorded?
Why are we, so critique number one, Jar, is in your interview, why is this a casting couch thing? Like, this is, to me, personally, this is wildly inappropriate. What is this? This is like a porno kind of thing. This is just, oh my God. I can't believe this is even happening. And it's just, what are you doing? This is when I was, because we were going over it on Himpleton's live stream. I think Goblin was there. We're all laughing at this. I was just like, what is this? Himpleton was just like, what is this? I'm still perplexed as to why you thought it was appropriate to even put this in an interview. Guys, if you're going to interview someone, don't do this. Why are you putting casting couch scenery in your interview? This person, Synnibear, at the bare minimum, inappropriately messaged a 14-year-old. Okay, we're just gonna say that throughout the video, they inappropriately messaged a 14-year-old, and Just a Robot is deciding to put a casting couch scenery in their interview as like some kind of scene. It's just like, come on, dude. What are you doing?
Actually, sure, I'll ask that. Would you be okay if I record you?
I guess it should be fine.
Okay, so for my first question is, did you actually, like, look at the docs at all?
The first one, yes. The second one, I didn't get a chance to. It was made, so that Jack could upload his video, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, okay,
I'm pretty sure it came out the same day as me making my, like, the one that, Enno made, I'm pretty sure was made on the exact same day.
Like, okay, sure, there's some stuff in here, but, like, 90% of it was just nothing.
So this is Jar setting up the environment of the interview, and he's like making sure that Synny, first of all, I wouldn't even be having the conversation with Synny at all in the first place. I don't even think it's necessary. There's plenty of evidence out there in the Synnibear situation to where it's not even necessary that you have a conversation with Synny or even Birdie at that. I think they're both crazy. I don't even think it's necessary to even have a conversation with those two people. But anyways, regardless, Jar is setting up the interview by making sure Synny is absolutely comfortable, and he's letting her know that nothing is in the document regardless, and making sure that he knows her, or that she knows his thoughts. Crazy.
Like you saying, oh, my character, this fan art someone made for me is sexy. It's like, oh no, that she said sexy. I heard the word sexy in a fucking Shrek movie when I was a kid. Like, oh no. Question one, let's just go in the order I asked you them. Did you take your apology down, and if so, why?
I privated it because I'm making a...
He's trying to become familiar with Synnibear, and I have no idea why he's trying to become super familiar with Synny. It's just so odd. I just don't get it. It's just so weird. So weird. But he goes back to the line of questioning, continues to talk about the doc.
Talk about you with a 17-year-old. Are they upon it? looked through all the multiple folders I had on it, saw the 13-year-old nudes, freaked out, ripped it out, stomped on it, and flushed it down my toilet. I'm not a predator. I just held on to those nudes in deep within folders within.
So this part I'm completely shocked on. I don't even know why Jar even felt the need to defend Spoctor. Like, that guy had like CSEM material, and Jar's even defending Spoctor at that point. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why do you even feel the need to defend like these sketchy people?
Folders, and that's what happened to me. Oh well, guess I'll keep uploading like I normally did, but instead he was like, oh no, I'm gonna run away and make people think I'm a predator, like fucking idiot.
I remember people like getting really upset with me when I tried giving like Spoctor the benefit of the doubt in my video, where I was just like, you know, maybe he just forgot about it, and then people were like calling me a dick writer.
Well, you are that. Let's be honest here. I've seen how much you come.
Rude, but anyway.
Come.
To even take it to that point, Jar, like calling Cinny a dick rider and then saying she's a coomer, it's just like so freaking awkward. You're not even good at it. I even think you're taking it to the point where you're just like, you're hitting on her. And it's just like, you have this weird infatuation with Cinny, and it's showing in this interview. It's definitely showing in this interview. Well, it makes it to a point. Well, so the video that so we went over the interview, right? And the interview just went not well. You can clearly tell that Jar had some kind of infatuation with Synnibear. And it's weird. He's calling Synnibear a coomer. He's trying to motivate Synnibear to go coom. It's just weird. The interaction between Synnibear and Jar, or the interaction that Jar tries to make with Synnibear, is just odd. He takes the interview to an ultra personal level by asking if she is straight. He doesn't stick with the line of questioning that he has. It's totally odd. He got a lot of flack for the video that he put out. And I was sent this conversation by Romantic Goblin yesterday, actually. And this conversation is very telling. So I tweeted this yesterday, and it says, here is just a robot, a 211,000 YouTuber, asking Goblin to help him with the flack that he is getting in the comment section of his recent Synnibear video after it was poorly received. LOL, this is crazy. Nobody is obligated to help you in your comment section, especially if you are not paying him. This is a 211,000 YouTuber. Also brags about how toxic his community is, but can't handle heat in the comment section. And the conversation reads, just a robot. I didn't hear about that, but this is why I told you not to send it to anyone. So just a robot right now is referencing his video being leaked to Kumo, and Kumo posting it on his YouTube channel. It's not about an art CC drama if someone doesn't backstab me. Anyways, when you get home, will you help me argue with people in my comments? So this is, guys, this is a 211,000 subscriber YouTuber going to another YouTuber that has less than 1,000 subscribers and asking them to argue with people in their comment section because they can't handle the hateful comments. And Jar is very much one of those types of people that goes and brags about how toxic their community is and likes to make the flex and goes and says things like, "Oh, well, had I made a video about this person, my audience would be after them." And it's just absolutely insane that he puts the expectation of, will you help me argue with people in my comments? What are you doing, Jar? This is how you can tell that Jar is a weak-minded person that lets the comment section bother him. He wants to sit here and say that he's like a tough individual, that kind of things, those kind of things don't bother him. No, they actually do bother him. So then Goblin continues, I don't even bother arguing in comments of my own videos. Most I'll laugh, but also anytime I do get arguments, I get bored and dipped. Kumo's my friend, and I don't even do that for him. Every time he posts a video, he has a spicy take because here's the things. Me and Kumo friended Cinny and went into this knowing that she's optics cancer. Just a robot. I'll take that as a no. Then Goblin says, but also, like, this is your audience, and why would they listen to me? Then Just a Robot says, I mean, the people who aren't my fans, like people who don't watch the video. Also, I'm trying to get people to see she's not a groomer. Then Goblin says, I don't watch people, or I don't know which people are your fans and which people, or which ones are just people on the Cinny hate train. Then Just a Robot says, I mean, you can read the comment to see who is doing what. How about I just give you one person to deal with? Will that work? Then Goblin says, I'll see about it when I'm free and see if there's anyone I can think that can be reasoned with that isn't plugging their ears. So I told Goblin specifically, you're not obligated to go to Just a Robot's comment section and argue for him. That is absolutely insane that Just a Robot has the expectation that he has to go to, like, put the expectation onto Goblin and be like, oh yeah, you need to argue with people. You need to argue with people in my comment section for me. All right, so on Chud's stream, Chud was sent by Kumo. Chud was sent the Cinny and the Synnibear and Just a Robot DMs, and Chud was able to have a conversation with Just a Robot. So we're going to react to the conversation. Queeman also had a great line of questioning with Just a Robot, and Queeman was able to grill him really well. So we'll listen to that conversation as well. But let's get started.
I mean, I've got no fucking... Listen, it's been sent to me. I don't know, dude. I'm just going to show him. I don't fucking care. I'm not... Dude, I'm just in it for the content. Okay. What is this then, eh? What is this I've been sent? Hello, are you up for having a VC? I can't right now, I'm at work. Understood. I'm available for text, but I don't get in for 3 hours. I can wait for that. Would you like me to list out the questions I'll be asking you? You want to list, put the questions and have me on an answer on a call? Confused? I'll give you a list of questions in text that I'll be asking in the call so you can get ready with answers for when I ask them, I guess if you want to. And then he literally just sends the questions.
So the questions that he listed, those were the questions that he was supposed to have in the interview specifically. He couldn't even stick to these questions. These 6 questions, or these 7 questions during the interview. He had to go off topic. He couldn't stick to 7 questions.
Did you take your apology down, and if so, why? Did you look at the docs on you before you made your apology? Was the person who made the first doc the same person who made the old doc about you being with a 17-year-old when you were 19? Is the 14-year-old friends with the person who made the doc? Because if so, this might have been a setup. Oh, dude, this guy is delusional. You've got the DMs. What do you mean a setup? An ongoing conversation? What the fuck? This guy's so cooked, bro. No, I do not think you were innocent.
So that was another thing, was that Jar was very smug about knowing the full situation in his video, where he was like, oh, I know all about this whole thing, and art commentary is so stupid. They just believe anything. Just a Robot admitted, he'll admit later on in the conversation, that he did not read the entire DM history between Synny and the 14-year-old minor. So he did not know everything, but he is more than happy to upload a video and act all smug towards art commentary and act as a know-it-all and say that he's morally superior and knows everything and is above the law, and that everybody else in art commentary is just stupid, and that, you know, we just believe everything, or everybody just believes everything. And Lio Convoy bad, Hopeless Peaches bad. And look, Hopeless Peaches is a bad person. Lio Convoy, yeah, you know, he's made his mistakes, but he's not stupid. He's not super stupid. Lio looks into things. Lio at least does his due diligence a little bit. Jar, you don't even do anything. You don't even read the DMs. You get lazy about it. You didn't even read the DMs. Hey, guess what? I read the entire DMs. I sat on Himpleton's stream and read it with Himpleton. I took it one step further than you, and you sat there all smug in your video. Absolutely disgusting. You're not a content creator. That is so gross.
In all of this, but I don't think groomer or predator is the right thing to call you. The things you did aren't good, but you weren't trying to get with a 14-year-old.
That's another thing, is that he was so quick to call Synny. He's so quick to defend Synny without even looking at the entire evidence. So quick to defend Synny without looking at the evidence entirely. What are you doing? Risking your channel, defending Synny without even looking at the evidence. You're nuts.
At least from what I can see, you aren't on the same level as EDP or whoever else.
That's why I'm saying he's pulling a Coyote Lovely. Just a Robot, you're Coyote Lovely. Just a Coyote Lovely. That's your new name.
That's not a question. How is that a question? You're making a statement. You're making a statement to them to allow them to cope about their level of culpability.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Why are you going to give up your channel you've spent years and years working on? It's been almost 3 hours, so I'm going to brush my teeth as I wait. It's been almost 3 hours, so I'm going to brush my teeth as I wait for you.
Like, what is this? What are you doing? Why are you so personal with this person? I'm going to brush my teeth as I wait for you. Look, when you are covering someone, you have to have a line of professionalism. Opening up with your personal life is just No. When do you ever open up with your personal life? Never. Never. If you're going to interview someone, if if I ever interview someone, you will never know anything about my personal life. You will never know when I brush my teeth or if I'm going to brush my teeth. You won't know those kind of details. You won't know what I had for lunch. You won't know what I had for dinner. You won't know what I had for breakfast. Go to my Twitter account and you'll see what I post on Twitter. That's about it. Jeez Louise.
I'm heading home. Awesome. I'm ready to go. All right, I'm ready. Awesome. Then they have the call. Can you hear me? Oh. Okay, it is censored. It is censored. But I'll just throw it up to be on the safe side. So it's sharing some video of some Omni-Man thing, and then it's the uncensored artwork of the fingering thing. Ask them whether they censored it. Yeah, perfect. I censored all the things I sent to Eno. I know that doesn't make it much better. I still shouldn't have sent that shit, but it's worth mentioning. The fact that you did that and people link what you made would have also made them groomers by their own logic. No. What is this? This is insane. How are they groomers by the same logic? The act of grooming is sending it privately to the minor, not just sharing it broadly. Like, there's videos that exist on Pornhub. If you put a screenshot of a Pornhub video up and said, oh, look at this funny fucking, and put it on Twitter and said, look at this funny screenshot, right? That's not grooming.
His arguments, Jar's arguments are just absolutely weak. This is why I think he needed like a group of people, because Jar needed Lio. Jar needed Lio, Jar needed Doodle Tones, Jar needed Linlin. Jar needed that group of people to stand up by himself or to stand up with them. And I think now that he's by himself, he's making mistakes like these because he doesn't have a group of people to wrangle him. And it's hilarious. It's funny. I think it's absolutely crazy insane that the art commentary people think it's like okay to gather in groups and try and form a narrative. Doodle Tones tried doing it with the FCK server where it was just like, oh, right, guys, this is the narrative. And they got caught, right? Where are they now? Gone. Gone. Because they tried lying about the FCK server and they got caught. Jar, you can't. I'm telling you guys, you cannot. You can't go. If you are in art commentary and you do like these sketchy bullshit kind of plays behind the scenes where you think it's okay to like go to another creator and be like, okay, this is the narrative. If you pull that stuff in art commentary, you can't pull that stuff in regular commentary because regular commentary people will call you out. They will call you out. We'll go over it in a second because it makes Chud react to it.
Taking that screenshot and sending it to a minor and saying, what do you think of this porn video? That would potentially be a form of grooming, yes. The context is different. Bro, this is like delusion.
Just a Robot's arguments are just so incredibly weak and so incredibly stupid. And it's just like, I can't even believe you even thought of these kind of arguments. It's insane.
Levels of like argument. Great, now Harley is coming into this. It's going to be a hard, long uphill fight. I just finished my recording for all the parts I'm going to change about my video on you. My video's rendered. I'm hoping I can get it out tomorrow. Did you see what Jack has been tweeting yesterday and today too? Now, I've been working on recording all day. I think it's worth looking at. Okay, wow, that's out of context. I finished editing our call along with remaking my video on you. I'm going to send it to my editor and take a nap. Sorry, but also yay. So I edited everything on my end and sent it to my editor. I had to reuse a lot of the old stuff I had to make it fit. I'm going to just record gameplay for the edit down call we had. Full video's over an hour long already, but I'll be more than likely add one more once what I have has been edited. Excited to see it. I want to show you a sneak peek. Why are you offering a sneak peek?
So this is where like the narrative crafting starts, where it's just like he is working closely with Synny, or just a robot's working closely with Synny, and he's like, all right, this is how it's gonna look. I'm gonna get you in the clear. You're gonna be okay. And it's like, no, this is not the stuff that you pull, the tactics that you pull with art commentary. You can't pull it with regular commentary. You can't pull it with Chud Logic. You can't pull it with me. You can't pull it with Nicholas Diorio. You can't pull it with Cope and Seeth. You can't pull it with Xylee Gets Real. You can't pull it with Queeman. This is why, like, Bo Blacks is kind of ousted from the community because he was trying to do like this manipulation kind of stuff behind the scenes. You have to have, there's like a level of transparency that you have to have behind the scenes.
To the person who is part of this story that is accused of grooming that you're trying to get to the bottom of. But it really needs music so the old audio works with the new audio. How long is your video going to be and how is it coming along? I rendered it last night. It's a little under 40 minutes. That sounds like a good length. Would it be alright if I see it? I didn't have time to upload it last night. Oh shit. I think my computer is at the end of its lifespan. It's blue screen. My roommate might be able to give you tips on how to fix it. I just fucking looked up. Oh my fucking god. That's no way. It's not what you think it is, but it's still really bad, okay?
So this is the part where we get into flirtatious territory. And it is absolutely insane what Just a Robot does with Synnibear. Absolutely crazy what Just a Robot does.
Oh, how long a computer's supposed to last? 5 to 10 years. Oh man. Want to see my cock? And
This is just like inappropriate. This is like so inappropriate. So inappropriate. This is your interviewee. Guys, I'm telling you, this is the person that Just a Robot was supposed to be interviewing for a portion of his video. What are you doing? What are you doing sending a joke like this? What are you doing? Besides flirting, what are you doing? Hello? What are you doing?
it's a joke.
This is insane. Like, I don't even, guys, I don't even joke like this in DMs. Like, I don't. Like, I don't even send this kind of joke. This is just, what is this?
What? What is going on, dude? This is like absurd.
And again, Synnibear inappropriately messaged a 14-year-old.
Each new revelation is more absurd.
This is a Coyote Lovely. Coyote Lovely. Just a Robot Lovely.
Than the last. What's going on?
Just a Coyote Lovely.
Why are you joking with the person you're interviewing over grooming allegations? Why are you joking about sending me your picture of your penis? Here it is. Also, the video is the closest one to your drama I've seen. What do you mean? Pyrocynical. Oh. You want my talk sprites? Is this good or did I goof? Hello, hey. Sorry, I just got worried because you didn't react at all. Sorry if I bothered you. It's cool. Want a VC right now? Don't we have the same time zone? I couldn't sleep. I took drugs to get my video on you remade. I like Adderall, but sometimes it keeps me from sleeping. My videos are having a breakdown. Why did you really upload this so early? It's the worst time to upload a video. I don't know. I'm freaking out. I really shouldn't have looked at the comments. Can I call you to tell you what to do? Bro. This is I just you know.
Like he's offering to give advice. So he says, "Can I call you to tell you what to do?" Then she says, "No, not right now. I'm going to pass out." So she's like actively like telling him no. She's rejecting him. And it's just like, bro, can you take a hint?
No, to be serious for a second. This is like a tremendous conflict of interest.
Very.
Like, you are simultaneously trying to report on this story whilst privately offering them assistance and support and guidance.
He's just a robot lost all of his credibility. Like any topic moving forward, I would not trust his arguments. Would not trust his arguments moving forward because he not only needs a team of people to theory craft and narrative craft, but he also has conflict of interest. And it's just like this is just insane. Like it's just like, bro, you can't have this. Like you cannot act this way if you're going to be a YouTuber with that type of channel or with that many subscribers or with the topics that you cover.
Like, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I can't prove this. In my opinion, because you've got some sort of interest beyond a professional one with this individual. You know, the cock thing could be played down as a joke, I guess, but that is, to me, a very clear indication of what your intent is here. You're trying to bring a flirtatious tone to the conversation. I think he's compromised on this. But even without my opinion and just based on the facts, you should not simultaneously be writing a video looking at a situation whilst offering this much favor to one side of the position. It's nuts.
It wasn't just like offering just one side of the position. He's flirting with Synnibear and also just like defending her. It's not just, I don't even think Jar was even going to condemn her at this point. He says that he was going to, but I don't even think it was that. I think he just wanted to get to know her. That's all that I think he wanted. I think he wanted to flirt with her and then have her as an ally.
Okay, just keep in mind, Peach's first video responding to everything didn't go over well, so hopefully you'll let me give you tips on what to do with the second one. Sorry if I'm scaring you. I just don't want you to give up. You really should have shown me this before you uploaded it. Also, monetizing the video wasn't a good move. I like money, but with something like this, it's best to do it later on. It'll be an uphill fight, but slowly more people will see the light. I don't understand why this video is being received so poorly. You made a mistake, you're not a groomer. Jack is twisting your words and actions and acting as though you being understandably upset is some kind of personal attack. I hope you're doing okay. If you need someone to talk to, I can give you my socials because there's a lot I have to say regarding this.
Listen.
Oh my god, the voice notes work as well. Oh my god, dude. It's not the end of the world. Trust me, after my video comes out, a few more will see the light, but I'll get a lot, and I'm in a lot of backlash. Also, you need to show a lot more proof on screen next time. I can tell you rush through the videos a little, but as I said before, it's not the end of the world. You can still win this drama. Why are you...
So there's no winning. There was literally no winning with Synnibear. It's just Kumo was just trying to help them get help and just go away. That was all.
You as someone that is apparently covering this fairly, why are you talking to them about whether or not they'll win the drama? Your job is...
And that was my concern, actually. My concern was that I didn't want Synny to have like the confidence of them coming back and being like, oh yeah, guys, everything's cool. I don't want them to have the confidence of coming back or returning. I think they should stay away. I think they should go away and stay away. They can't control themselves.
It's just to talk about what's happened plainly and fairly to all sides. You know, even if, like I've said in my coverage, I think this person's screwed. But I'm not sat here thinking, I hope this person is destroyed. Right? I'm sat here thinking, let the cards fall as they may, I think that this is going to be impossible to come back from. But if in 5 months' time they're still uploading with viewers, I'm not going to take any action in regards to that. I've got no skin in the game. Whereas this guy's putting himself in a position where he's got skin in the game whilst trying to do a video about it. Fucking hell, dude. Can I get an estimate on when your video will be out, please? If all goes as planned, I think I should have it done this week, but I'll be adding a little more to it and get info from you and your friends. I need this to go well because people are twisting things. Shit.
Synny, I know it sucks, everything you're going through. You just want it to be over. You want me to finish up my video as soon as possible. But it's better I get this right than fast. I just don't want you to deal with this anymore, and if I take my time with it...
Bro, he's admitting, dude, he is admitting that he's crafting a video to defend them specifically.
The sooner this will be over. Trust me, I'm working as hard as I can. I'm going by this as quickly as possible, and I'm very tired. I actually stayed up all night last night. I just got up from a nap because, like, I need to get this done as soon as I can, but I still need to simultaneously take my time with it. Just keep your channel up and keep your spirits up as well, because we will get out of this.
I completely understand. I want you to do your best. I'm not rushing you. I'm sorry. You don't need to be sorry. You're going through a lot. Do you maybe want to talk to Kumo and gang? Is that what you mean by getting info from me and friends? Or do you mean Jack? I'm going to be talking to everyone. Do you need my help with that? Yes, I do. I'm working on the video right now.
So that was another thing, was that I was told specifically by Goblin was that Just a Robot and Kumo and Goblin, they were talking to each other, and Just a Robot was asking for feedback on the video specifically, and Goblin had given their feedback, and Goblin was like, yo, this needs to be changed. And Just a Robot was like, no, I don't want to change it. I don't think it's necessary to change. So like up until like the day that it was like being released, the video was released, people were telling Just a Robot to make changes, and he just decided not to listen at all. And it's like, yo, if you have nobody to blame but yourself, you didn't feel the need to make the changes. You were seeking people for feedback. You didn't bother to listen to people. You have nobody to blame but yourself.
I'm adding in extra clips and a few other things right now.
Okay,
I'm
that's
going to do
wonderful.
what I can to
But
help
how do
you.
I make money off depressed people?
It's clear as spit that he thought this was an easy sell and he could swoop in after Kumo abandoned her and be her knight in shining chrome. Now that he's flopped, not even the Wizard of Poz could warm the cockles of this robot's cold little heart.
That's a crazy dono. Thank you, Stylo. That because someone has to. Please make your next response video like this video. Dude, this guy's so...
This is crazy. Like, the fact that he's even sending, like, what kind of response video that Synny should make is just insane. This is crazy. The pyrocynical situation is very different, and I know Chud's about to say it's different, but those two, he's comparing apples to oranges. And the fact that he is sending Synny a specific response video and telling Synny, hey, make your response video sound like this. Bro, you are crafting a freaking narrative. You're crafting a narrative to make a potential return for somebody that inappropriately messaged a 14-year-old that couldn't help themselves. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Like, this is why I tell you, Just a Robot, the dishonest tactics that you do in art commentary don't work in regular commentary. They don't work like that. You don't get to send videos like pyrocynical and send them to people that you're trying to get off the hook and have it just like work. That's not how things work in this world. That's not the reality of the situation. If somebody is guilty, if somebody did something wrong and they admit to it, then they did something wrong and they admit to it. Okay? That's the way the cookie crumbles. Stop trying to put something, or stop trying to make something into stop trying to make something into what it's not. If it quacks like a duck and it walks like a duck, it's a freaking duck, dude. Jesus.
Stupid. It's impossible. Synnibear cannot make a response video like Pyro because Synnibear has not got any level of plausible deniability on their actions because they knew how old they were.
There was no plausible deniability. There wasn't. Not only that, Synny kept apologizing to the 14-year-old on numerous occasions. Synny was like, this is wrong that I keep talking to you this way, but let me keep talking to you this way. You can see it in the DM history when you read it. This is just insane, Maron. Jar is just so dumb.
What is this fucking obsession with, I'll make it like Pyro? It's just like the Pyro situation. It's not. You're wrong. You're wrong. Why would you do this? You are selling this person down the river. Like, they're trying to help, but they're making it worse. I'm still at work on the video about you. Luckily, 95% of the audio and about 50% of the editing is done. Yippee, I'm filing a police report. Sounds good to me. I'm sure we'll get your stuff back. I hope so. My fucking god, this is stressful, but I know you're going through 100 times more than me. I just hope my video makes things better, not worse. I'm so sorry. Do you want to talk about the stress? I feel bad that you're going through this shit for me. I appreciate it, but I feel bad. I can offer an ear if you want, since you did the same for me. Yes.
Like, even sending like this heart, like what are you guys doing? This is, you're too involved. Like, this is just so freaking weird. This is so weird, guys. What are you doing? This person inappropriately messaged a 14-year-old. Why? Why do you want to be friends with this person? I just don't understand. My God, I don't, literally, I don't understand. I don't understand. Go to the gym. What are you doing? I just don't get it. I literally don't.
Fuck me, dude. Coaching this person when you're ostensibly out there to do a video about it.
My whole point is like, guys, if you are a YouTuber and you are covering a topic, you should just have like a bird's eye view of the topic that you're covering. Okay. If you want to go off and interview the people that you're covering, go ahead and interview them, but have a personal or a professional balance with them. Okay. Don't be too familiar with people. Don't be too familiar. Leave it cold and dry. Don't be friendly. Don't be too personal. Leave it professional. That's it. Because when you become too involved, that's when your judgment becomes clouded. You either become too emotional. I was starting to do that with my Leigha convoy coverage. That's why you don't see some of those videos out there, because I was way too emotional sometimes in my coverage. And you just get too involved and you see things like this. Your opinion becomes too biased. You want to be objective when you cover things. You don't want to be subjective. Just a robot. You are entirely subjective. This is just insane.
The rabbit hole. And then you're arguing with people about what your video, when you are behind the scenes trying to console this person and help them win the drama. This is like deranged behavior. You know, what the fuck? This is like disgraceful shit. I don't know what the relevance of these are exactly, but I don't want to look at the DMs within the DMs. Presumably this is related to what they were talking about on the call. Okay, I need to... Okay. Again, sorry if I overwhelmed you with the topic. I'm a gold medal complainer. It's cool you're going through a lot, and I'd like to know, Kat.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay.
You notice how like he says that at 10:02. Just a Robot says that nice P word at 10:02 p.m. and then at 10:14 she literally says nothing. Literally says nothing. Nothing. 10:14. My editor, Just a Robot, says my editor is going to send me. So then he continues with business because she didn't play into the flirtatious game. Like, she doesn't want him. She doesn't want you, Just a Robot. She doesn't want you. Doesn't want you. Not interested. Can you take a hint, bro? So it's so simple. Like, oh my God.
It's just...
This is just
like...
insane.
I cannot... It's like my brain cannot process the absurdity of this. It's too much. Like, it's too absurd. It's like it's not real to me.
And then she follows up with the message and says at 10:52. At 10:52 p.m., sounds epic and awesome. Then at 2:19, any updates? She completely ignores this comment because she ain't interested. Like, why? Like, this is just crazy, dude. This is crazy. Just a robot. You're insane, bro. You're fucking weird.
My editor is going to send me what he has for now, and I'm going to send him an extra 10 minutes. After that, I'll go over the video one more time to add in a handful of small things. Sounds epic and awesome. Any updates? Just waiting on the last 10 minutes to be edited. Then we can look over my video to see if there's anything I forgot to add. Sorry that it's taken so long. No, you're fine. I'm glad you're taking your time.
Listen, this is a long video, and I need to make sure it's perfect. And I can't have multiple editors working on it. Only one, because if more than one editor works on this video, word might get out. Luckily, 90...
Okay, I think it's absolutely hilarious that he's like, I can't have more than one editor working on it because word might get out. He already announced on his Twitter account that he was working on a Synnibear video. Bro, everyone knew that Jar was already working on a Synnibear video. There was no secret to this. Oh my god. You're like just a robot. You're delusional. You are freaking delusional. Maron, you're delusional. You're delusional. Delusional.
7% of the audio is done, and about 75% of the editing is done, so it's coming along pretty nicely.
Don't worry, I'm still working on the video, but tomorrow a different video that a friend has been working on, even before your drama started, wants me to upload his long video. I've also been putting my other editors to work on videos for the other channels, but the one editor working on your video was against you, but he's almost fully on your side now and is worried for your safety. Terrified for my animals. It feels like everyone thinks I'm crazy for being scared. Well, I'm better than everyone and I don't think you're crazy. I really hope this goes well. I'm not a monster. No, you're a human, so we're all monsters. But you are, I guess that's meant to say, a groomer. You aren't a groomer, sorry. I thought it said gooner. I thought you were saying you're saying you aren't a groomer. Okay. I'm not even willing to entertain whatever their definition BS I was talking about in my video. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. I know what I did hurt people, and I'm so fucking scared of how this will affect them in the future, but I never wanted to hurt them, and I didn't realise it was until it was too late. I don't want to hurt people. I don't know what that makes me. I'm not sure I care. I just want to do better. I don't want to be a monster. So notice here that Synnibear is saying that they're walking back from their definition argument.
So the fact that like Synny even knows what they did was wrong is just like they have self-awareness and they know that they shouldn't be around. Jar, what is your disconnect? Jar, what's your excuse? Like, I literally want to know what your excuse is. What can we do to help you align with everybody else? Because you seem to be the only person that doesn't seem to get it. So let's make sure you get it, because you're just the slow piece of shit.
So they're saying they don't want to do the definition argument anymore, you know, which is exactly right. Like, arguing about the definition is retarded. Like, Synnibear recognizes how stupid it is to argue about the definition when the behavior is so egregious. But Just a Robot still proceeds with his plan and his video. When Synnibear themselves are saying, I don't want to do the definition BS. Because it is just that. BS. It's worthless. It's pointless. You are super reasonable. You are super irresponsible, stupid and careless. But you are clearly not a groomer, and I think you got more than enough punishment for what you did. I'm putting my reputation on the line to...
I think you got clear and enough punishment for what you did. Who are you to make the rules around here, Just a Robot? Like, who are you? Like, I don't know who you are, but you don't get to tell everybody else what to do, okay? You don't set the ground rules. You don't get to tell anybody else who gets to be around, who gets to not be around, or whatever. I like to think of this art commentary community, whatever, as an anarchy. Okay? Now that Lio is like whatever, doing the things that he's doing, Peaches is gone. I like to think of this as an anarchy. If people want to come back, people want to come back. Okay? For those that have done the severe things that they have done, they can stay away. They can definitely stay away. And y'all know who you are. But to sit there and say, I think you've had enough punishment and you get to come back. Jar, you're not the leader. You're not the dear leader of the art commentary community. You don't get to make decisions like that. Okay? People get to come back when they get to come back, when they want to come back. Okay? This is not a dictatorship. You don't get to make the decisions here. So I don't know where you have this idea that you're the leader.
To help you because I believe you are not a groomer. Anyway, I'm going to bed. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't be. You didn't make me do this. Well, by making your apology in a way you did. Thank you again for trying to help me. I do or do not. There is no try.
Hey, guess what? You did not. So there you go. You did not, Jar. There you go. That is the reality of the situation. You did not. Oh my God, this is just insane.
This is some next level autism, bro. I've never seen. Autism is magnitude. If on hitherto magnitude is crazy.
It is, Chud.
Oh, it's from. It's from Star Wars Episode 5 of the OG trilogy. Nerd joking. Want to VC. I just need a few more things to know from you. Oh, I thought you were going to be... Will I be able to help with that? Let's find out. I just need someone to chat with... Oh my God. No, it's getting worse. Let's find out. I just need someone to chat with as I drift off to sleep. You can say no.
What do you need to sleep? Like... You have a girlfriend. You have a girlfriend in your personal life. What do you need someone in Discord to sleep with? Like, there are guided meditations on YouTube. You can go buy one of those like noisemakers at Target or whatever. Go listen to like calming music, go take a sleeping pill to go sleep, okay? You don't need like a person that inappropriately messaged a 14-year-old to help you sleep at night. Jar, what is this?
Okay. He is 100% cooked now. That is, bro. He is fucked.
Wildly, inappropriately crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. You're crazy, Jar. You're crazy. And it's a huge conflict of interest. And I don't think you even care.
He is 100%. If you doubted it already, I obviously said earlier I thought this guy's compromised like this. This is proof. He's compromised. He has got some sort of weird attraction to this person now, and he wants to talk to them to drift off to sleep.
He wants to flirt with her. This is why I say this is a Coyote Lovely situation. Hypnotist Sappho, Coyote Lovely. This is insane that we are reliving the lore again. This is just crazy.
I just need someone to chat with as I drift off to sleep. You can just say no. I'll just take that as a no, lol. We weren't going to chat about anything important. I just like talking with anyone as I pass out. Good night. Sorry, I was playing with my cat, lol. I got her a thing and she was messing with it. I can call.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Thank you for the, whatever, I didn't see it, but thank you very much for the support, for the super chat, Lumpy Willy. So I added Kumo on Discord. Yo, take these and leave Synny alone. Oh, I'm pretty sure that that Kumo was sending just a robot the Discord logs, that these Discord logs here. I think that's a link to all of these logs. Take these and leave Synny alone. Leave her alone. Your roommate and partner are correct. And honestly, I don't buy your selfless act. I see you for what you are. And because I actually want Synny to grow and change, I don't see anything you're doing to be helpful, and giving her false hope is just a setback. I'm super lost as to what's going on. I've been sick the last few days and saw your message on Twitter. That's when I thought it was time to add you. Yeah, I mean, this false hope thing is very true. Kumo, no. I mean... Look, I think Kumo's fucking retarded for being anywhere close to this, okay? But I think that Kumo has got Synnibear's best interests at heart regardless. Like, I think it's just fucking insane that Kumo would say this. But, like...
Again, so I'm just going to say I've already had my interaction with Kumo. We've already had our discussion. Kumo gave me his reason as to why he's talking to Synny. He gave me his reasoning, although I don't agree with it. He gave me his reasoning. I apologized to Kumo the other day. I take ownership for my actions, so that's that. I'm not going to criticize Kumo. I'm only going to criticize Jar, because what Jar is doing is way above what Kumo is doing. I think what Kumo is doing is actually wanting to help Synny and care and like get Synny off the platforms, right? I think what Jar is doing is trying to put Synny on to the platforms and keep her going so he can have selfish reasons, keep her as an ally, and make her like another Lio convoy and turn her like essentially into another pit bull or attack dog, where it's like two big platforms in the art commentary community and they get to like attack smaller creators or whatever and cancel other smaller creators. Right. And I think Jar has like a weird infatuation with Synnibear, whereas Kumo has different intentions.
Clearly, he is recognizing that she's cooked, right? And the best you can hope for is that Synnibear grows and changes and stops being a total freak degenerate. But in terms of the public profile, it's done. What can you do? It's over. I'm pretty sure Kumo accepts this. Okay, see, look, Kumo's in chat. Kumo, listen. At the end of the day, I personally would not do this, but I always do say that I think that someone needs to have someone. I think Synnibear's a total deranged freak, and I wouldn't be anywhere near them. But
I wouldn't be anywhere near them personally. You wouldn't be finding me messaging anyone like Synnibear at all.
Do I think that people should all cut ties with Synnibear? Well, how does that help anyone? Synnibear's a totally deranged freak, nonce groomer as far as I'm concerned. But if someone else wants to fucking support them as they try and move forward, as long as they're not lying about it, as long as they're not making videos misrepresenting the situation, yeah, I don't fucking care. If Kumo said to me, should I help this person? I'd say, I wouldn't fucking do it, mate. No way. But I think that Kumo is at least got the best interests at heart, whereas it's very clear that just a robot is trying to like weirdly manipulate this situation so he's got someone to talk to while he goes to sleep. And I think Kumo, if I understand it correctly, recognizes that Synnibear's cooked. There's false hope. Synnibear cannot come back from this. It is over.
Listen, Cinny, I can't promise this will fix everything for you, or even anything for you. I don't want you to feel like you have a false sense of hope.
Okay, that's wonderful.
I'll do what I
But how do I
can,
make money
but
off depressed
that's it.
Diesel Baby became a member.
I helped
Diesel
Peaches
Baby
out.
celebrates 12 months of membership. They are both trying to get into her pants, TBH.
Thank you for the membership.
But the allegations on you are much more rough. But I'm going to do what I can to help. Because I know this shit is and will leak into your real life.
Like, why is he just a robot? Like, who are you? Like, why are you playing this hero for Cinny? What are you trying to do? What are you lacking in your personal life that you need to, like, come onto the internet and try and be like her white and shiny armor? What is this? Go to the gym. Like, go work out. What are you trying to do? What are you lacking in your personal life that you feel like you need to compensate on the internet? What is this? Go work out. Jeez Louise.
Let me talk to my friends 1 sec. So the other peeps think your vid will be helpful. I'll listen in a sec. I know there's no guarantee on anything being fixed. I don't expect anything to be fixed, but I really appreciate that you're willing to do this for me. I'm choosing to have faith. I don't know what the outcome will be, but the fact that you're trying to at all puts me at ease. I hope you know that. I just don't know why he always has to be like this. I'm sorry, it's cool. I'm going to get some scripting done for another YouTuber, so he'll give me some money. Lol. I can really do anything else because I'm a little sick, and all my editors are working on stuff. Makes sense. I'd be considering getting an editor for a bit, but I don't make enough money to pay another person for labor.
See, like, this is Cinny even considering, because Jar gave them that false hope. This is Cinny even considering coming back to making content. Cinny, no. Cinny, no. You can't come back. Like, this is like a no. There's no coming back. You can't control yourself.
Also, I don't think I make enough content to need an editor. I'm looking forward to seeing your video. Again, I know it's not really going to fix my life, but I personally take comfort in knowing someone is choosing to defend me.
And that's like, this is them saying that, Synnibear saying that. That is all thanks to Just a Robot. Just a Robot gave them the confidence to have that. It's just like, my God. Manon, you're so dumb, Just a Robot. Like, why can't you just let these people go away? What is it about these people that you feel the need to save them? What is it? That person inappropriately messaged a 14-year-old. Are they a puppy that you feel the need to save them? My God. Tell them to go seek therapy, and then that's it. Leave it at that. I get what Kumo is doing, but for Just a Robot to give them the false sense of hope is just disgusting on so many levels. Absolutely disgusting. You gave them a false sense of security.
I'll keep working on it. I can't wait to get into a multi-year-long drama with 6 art commentary community people over this. Dude, so much focus on the meta of this too. Who cares about the fucking meta of this shit, dude? Dude, at this point we know what's going on, right? He got too close to the story. He caught some sort of weird feels for this person, and it's guided his entire process in making this video. Even in the face of obvious retardation, he's pursued ahead with this. and he's fucked himself. Is it loneliness? Does he just want someone to talk to? Is there a sexual attraction there? I don't fucking know the exact nature of it. There's multiple arguments you could make. But all this shows is he is totally and utterly compromised. It's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
That he's got these DMs and he still thinks it's acceptable to put the video out as it is. Maybe thought, dude, I mean, look, at the end of the day, yeah, fucking, this was said to me by someone. I don't know if they want to remain nameless or not. But, you know, it paints a picture. It obviously paints a picture here of completely and utterly unacceptable interactions with someone you're trying to write a story on. I blame my parents. Okay. What time are we home at work right now?
All right, mamacita. I'll hit you up when I get home.
That is so cringe. That is so cringe. Oh my god. I need that for my soundboard.
Okay, me and my friend are at a crab place getting some grub, but after that I'm heading home. And when I get home, I'm going to show you what I have so far for the video. Everything but our edited down call, because my editor hasn't sent me that part of the video. But yeah, I am too hungry to focus right now, so that's why I'm going to get something to eat, and then I'm going to head home, and then we can like look through the video together.
Okay, I'm home. Let me process the video and put it in the Google Drive. I'm going to take a shower. Yo. Been wondering what was taking so long. Discord restarted. I didn't get you noticed. My bad, bro, but I'm here now. Yeah, cool. Whatever this is.
So what that is a Lio convoy thumbnail. That's Lio. That's the Lio Rin call thumbnail reference, because he was yelling at Rin in a McDonald's restaurant at Walmart because he was in Discord yelling at Rin in a Walmart McDonald's because his power was out and Discord was so important to Lio. That's insane.
What time is it? Task, he says. I don't know if I'm getting the run if they're not going to be here.
This makes me think of the concubine.
He's got to do another task. Anyway, you're not. Maybe he doesn't come on tomorrow. I don't know. Need proof for this part. So that's 29 minutes. You're cutting out so bad, bro. Need proof for this part. Oh my god.
So these snippets right here, these are snippets that Just a Robot used in his video that Synny sent him. So he used arguments and evidence or arguments and screenshots that Synny had prepared in his video. That's how lazy Just a Robot is. He used Synnibear's arguments in his video because he's so lazy he can't even think of arguments himself.
And the groomer sent him the screenshot that he used in the video to talk about grooming. So he is receiving information about what grooming is from the person that's accused of grooming, and he's used that in his video.
So lazy.
That is fucking nuts, dude.
She's even saying it. She's even telling him what the source is. That's how lazy Just a Robot is. Your credibility is gone, Just a Robot. You're freaking done. You're done. You can't even research your topics. This is like Just a Robot. This was a topic that you really cared about deeply right? You cared so much about it. You were so smug in your video. You were so smug. You wanted to act like a know-it-all. You had to prove everybody wrong. But then you go and poorly research things. Like, geez.
I mean, that's fine to show. Definition I got was from the Rain Foundation. And some of these are, you could argue that some of these are ticking the box. Testing the waters, that's present. There's not really coercion. There's not really isolation. Not really getting trust. Favoritism. The offender treats the child as an adult, treating them differently and making them feel like a unique friend. Fucking hell, that's present. Using present special attention. Treats, spending time together and playing games with non-sexual physical contact. Also, this seems to be more of like a physicality thing. And making the thumbnail. Am I understanding this correctly? Or maybe something with you about to burn at the stake. Also, are you sure it's a good idea to have me make the thumbnail?
Bro, I like how she talks him down from the cliff. I like how she's like, I don't think it's a good idea. Or do you think it's a good idea that I make the thumbnail? Like, she even knows what he's doing is wrong.
Synnibear is pointing out the problem with this. Also, are you sure it's a good idea to have me make the thumbnail? It might make bad faith actors assume the worst before even watching a video. I feel like my style is pretty recognizable. I will only be one of the 3 thumbnails that I'll use. I'm sure people will think I just took some stuff from your videos and made it. Don't worry, I'm sure people won't notice this very obvious conflict of interest. Don't worry about it.
It's insane. All right, so this part gets really interesting because this part gets Chud really mad. And Chud has every right to be really pissed off. I, as a commentary person, I've been in commentary for almost a year. And when I say commentary, I mean hanging out in the sphere of the commentary circle of Xylee Gets Real, Nicholas Diorio, even Chud Logic, Queeman, well, not really Queeman. Queeman doesn't really consider being part of like the same circle as I. Now recording Beckett of Crabs or Cope and Seethe, Turkey Tom, Augie RFC, who else? FPS Diesel, Flatly Gaming, Flatly Talking, like Chris the Narc, who else? I don't think I'm forgetting anybody else. I've been in this circle for almost a year. There are bigger creators than me, like Chud, Nick, Tom, Xylee, Chris. And then there are creators that are my size, and there are creators that are smaller than me, right? I know better not to do the things that Just a Robot did with any of the bigger creators. So what Just a Robot did, Just a Robot is about to do with Chud Logic, and what Chud Logic is about to discover, I would never in my right mind ever try and pull this with Chud Logic ever, because I know I would be called out in a second if I ever tried pulling this with Chud Logic or any of the bigger creators. So I wouldn't even consider doing this. I know that if I do something with my own platform, I am my own person. I have my own arguments. I am my own chess player. So like if I get myself into trouble, I get myself into trouble. Nobody else is there to help me or anything. None of the bigger creators are there to help me or anything. I don't even consider messaging any of the bigger creators and being like, "Hey, can you watch this video for me?" Because I just think it's inappropriate. I just never Chud follows me on Twitter, but that's about it. I think I've messaged Chud on like a few occasions where I've been like, "Hey, can I react to this unlisted video of yours?" And he's like giving me permission of, "Yeah, totally." And then that's about it. Never in my right mind would I ever think to go to Chud and be like, "Hey, Chud, can you watch this video of mine and help me?" And craft a narrative from that. Never. I wouldn't even think of doing that with Nicholas Diorio or Xylee Gets Real. If I ever thought of doing that, I would be laughed into like oblivion. Okay. So what Just a Robot did is just like a big no. And although it's like a norm with art commentary people to do that, and although it was a norm for Just a Robot to do that with Lio Convoy, it is not normal for people to do that over on our side of commentary. So for Just a Robot to pull this card with Chud Logic, you are crazy. You're crazy. You're crazy. Let's keep watching.
Okay, full video out to be over an hour and 30 minutes long. Awesome, I love long form content.
And again, I'm going to pause because Chud is about to get mad. Chud has every single right to get mad because in regular commentary, in the spheres that like we have to hang out in, or that in the spheres that we hang out in, you have to have a level of transparency and a level of credibility. And if you do this really snaky, manipulative bullshit behind the scenes where you're like narrative crafting, theory crafting, that kind of bullshit, it can get you in all sorts of trouble. And nobody wants that in their neck of the woods. Not even me. I don't even want that at all.
Okay. Okay, dude. Also, I'm going to try and reach out to Chud Logic. Ooh, I remember liking his stream. I think with his help, along with the recording... You little fucking bitch! You little wretch! Is that what you thought, was it? Is that what you thought? You thought you could piss on my boots and tell me it's raining? Well, tough fucking shit, bro. Unlucky. What fucking planet do you think you're on? That you can use my platform like that? You think I wasn't going to fucking notice? You fucking retard.
Again, I have 1,000 or 2,000 subs. I can't believe I said 1,000. I have 2,000 subs. I know not to do that. Jar has 211,000 subs, and he pulls shit like that. Again, he did shit like that with Lio Convoy. It does not work anymore. That kind of stuff doesn't work anymore, Just a Robot. You're on your own. You are on your own. You are your own warrior. You fight your own battles. You're such a loser.
You little autistic freak. Holy fuck, dude, I'm furious. I'm fucking furious, bro. Who does this guy think he is? He thinks he can fucking launder his shitty video past me without noticing and be put out on my channel to my fucking viewers. What a little fucking autistic wretch this guy is. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me, bro.
That's insane. It's crazy. That is crazy.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I hope my call doesn't sound stupid as fuck. Not against you, I just hope I don't sound stupid. I think I'm a retard. I also don't sound my best. I was sleepy and you were scared. How's the thumbnail coming along? I got most of the line art done. Fuck your design, it's hard to draw. Alright, you can look over the video and tell me what you think. I still need to add the tags and all the other stuff. Wow, get me out of there. Okay, what is this? Oh, we got the artwork. We got the artwork there. Sorry if it looks garbage, but this is what I have right now. Also, I think the call was a bit too edited. There's this thing I say that led into nothing because the next few things I say got cut. And there's parts where I start talking about a thing and it sounds like it came out of nowhere, when I know there was extra context before it. I feel like re-editing it would take a long time. If that can't be done, can there be some sort of acknowledgement when things get cut? I said it's an edited down call. Okay, they're just talking about the call. Struggling with the robot body. Talk about the Discord request not going through. Bro, dude, I'm actually furious. I'm furious that people think... I mean, bro, this is hardly the first time it's happened. You really think you're going to be able to sneak this past me? You think you're going to be able to fucking send this to me and I'm going to watch the video and clap along like a seal? And then you think you're going to get past me? And not only that, you think you're going to get past my audience? I'm afraid to say my audience are a bit fucking sharper than that, okay? They're not just going to sit there.
I've had people do this to me where they've come up to me and they're like, "Hey Leah, can you cover this topic?" And I've like looked into it, and as weeks have gone by, I found out that like people have gone to other people and they're like, "Hey, can you look into this topic?" Right? And they go like commentary creator shopping, and it's just like, yeah, that it just leaves like a bad taste in my mouth when you go commentary creator shopping. And when you do that, it's just like, I don't cover the topic when you go and do that. It's like, yeah, I'm done. So I've even had it done to me as a smaller creator. And it's like, when you go and do that, it kind of feels like you make people look stupid, or you make the audience look stupid. And it's like, no, thank you.
As I clap along to a video, if I retardedly agreed with it, right? They're not going to sit along and go, "Oh yeah, Chud's right about this." Then my entire chat would be ripping me to pieces if I had the wrong take on your video. Even if I retardedly did something here. Fuck me, dude. Dude, fuck me, bro. Okay, I thought it was funny. You still up? What's up? Can I call? In a bit, I'm closing. I'm going to pass out now. Shit, my bad. How much longer? Another call. Exposed videos everywhere. And then Kumo leaked. Kumo leaked the video. Video's now live. Did you show Kumo or anyone the video after I told you not to? I think Goblin did. I'm pissed off and I'll find out who did it. Dude, what the fuck? Wait, didn't I get a chance to give you the timestamp? Did you remove what I asked? Please tell me you did. Kumo didn't take it out, but I found it myself. Fuck that guy for what he did. Good news, the video is going over well. They're being removed. YouTube editor takes time. I don't know what Kumo was thinking. I'm freaking out a bit. I know, I'm hoping it'll be done in a few hours. Video is going over well, but I'm shocked he would try and backstab us like this. Haha, I'm scared. I'm as well. Fuck Kumo for doing this. Chud Logic said he'll make a reaction to my video about you tomorrow. He would have reacted to it in the day, but it was out. But Kumo just had to be a piece of shit. What? I mean, yay for Chud Logic. I'll try and catch the stream. Oh, boy.
Listen, I am so beyond pissed off at...
Bro, this is total false hope as well, because...
The fact that, like, Jar is completely surprised by Kumo leaking like the video. Is just like, Jar, why are you even surprised? Like, you know, going into the when everybody was going through the Lio drama, parts of Doodle Tones' video was leaked, and you were around when all of that stuff was happening. So why are you even surprised? And the fact that you're acting surprised is just even stupid on your part. Like, you're so freaking dumb. I don't believe you when you sit here and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God, my video was leaked by Kumo. Oh my God, he's such a bad guy. I feel so betrayed. Don't believe you. I do not believe you. I think you're lying. I call bullshit.
By this point, I'd long been condemning of Synnibear, and I'd said that I think the actions could reasonably constitute grooming. So you're giving like this false hope that I'm going to watch it and be like, yeah, when I've already said my piece about it, having reviewed the DMs.
Kumo for what he did. I'm also pissed off at whoever leaked him my video. I was very specific. Don't show this to anyone. Apparently, no one wanted to listen to me. This fight is going to be a lot harder now. A lot harder. But I'm going to power through it and try to get everything sorted. Right now, the video seems to be going over well. People are listening to what I'm saying. But a lot more of
You're delusional. You are delusional, Jar. If you think that video went well for you, you're delusional. You are absolutely crazy. I think you're lying. I think you are lying to Cinny because you went to Romantic Goblin and you asked her for help in the comment section. So I think you're lying. And what are you doing lying to Cinny? If you're going to Romantic Goblin, asking for help in the comment section, being like, hey, help me argue with people in the comment section, but then you're going to Cinny and being like, oh yeah, the video was, well, it was greatly received. What is wrong with you? What are you trying to do? Are you trying to bring Cinny back because you need a pit bull? Because you're trying to look for an attack dog? Because you have no one in your corner? Because you're a creep? Or you're a freak? Nobody in the art commentary community wants to hang out with you, so you're trying to make a friend out of Cinny? Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. I think Queeman's right. I think you wanted to make a friend out of Synnibear, get too personal with her, and then y'all go run off and make attack videos on people. You are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This is just crazy, dude.
people would be listening to what I'm saying if someone didn't fucking leak the video.
I think you're just as malicious as Hopeless Peaches. I think you are just as malicious as them. I think you're just as vindictive. I would not put it past you.
Working with him again, and once I found out who leaked it, I'm probably going to not work with them either, because this was a very big breach of my trust. I put everything like my entire channel's reputation on the line for this.
Hi, newsflash Jar. Nobody wants to work with you after this.
And this is the thanks I get. Honestly, I'm mostly upset at myself for thinking that.
You think you deserve a thanks after everything? You think you're deserved a thanks? Maron, you're delusional. Jesus. You're delusional. It's the lies that you tell yourself that are the most detrimental. And Jar, you are lying to yourself. If you think you deserve a thanks after this, you're crazy. You need to go get your head checked. Because holy crap, you're crazy.
Something like this wouldn't happen because something like this always happens.
I didn't send it to anyone. I can assume it was Goblin who sent it to Kuma. I'm sorry, dude. This upsets me too because I feel like it just makes everything a whole lot more difficult for me. I don't get Kumo's angle. I know he doesn't think what he did was okay. He thinks I'm stupid, but he also said he's my friend and this feels personal.
Okay, well, to be fair, you are stupid. But, yeah, I'm just shocked that he would do something like this.
You're not shocked. You're lying. I know you're lying because you were around when Doodletones' video was leaked by Kumo. And you said nothing when that happened. So you're not shocked. I know for a fact you're lying.
I was going to, I had Chud Logic ready to go over to video on Sunday. I had all this shit lined up. I just need to show people that I
Oh,
was
did you
trying
know?
to get
Oh,
into
did you
contact
know?
with
Oh,
Jack.
did you know? Did you? You had it all lined up, did you? Fucking little rat. Trying to fucking put on this image that he's this fucking connected. Let me tell you what happened, right? He messaged me. He didn't tell me what he wanted, so I ignored him. Okay? He then said that he's doing a video about Synnibear, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll take a look at it when it's out, right? And then he messaged me all this shit about this drama, about like, oh, it's leaked and I don't know what's going on. And I said, okay, I'll take a look at it tomorrow. Right? That's what happened. He's acting like there was some connection here, like he'd fucking, you know, pulled off a fucking blinder or something.
What a weirdo.
What are you on about? You're fucking deranged. You're like delusional.
Parasocial weirdo.
I had a passing interest in your video. I was kind of done with the Synnibear drama. And you're acting like you pulled some strings to get me to watch it. Clearly thinking that you can fucking get this passed under my fucking notice of how shit this is. Fuck me, dude.
And that Jack was running away from it. And I had everything lined up. And Kumo, the dipshit he is, decides to pull this shit. Over what? Like, seriously, over what? I am actually incredibly.
You know, Jar, you're really perplexed as to why Kumo leaked your video. Like, you really don't understand why he did it. It's because you took his arguments, you watered it down, you made the arguments way worse than what he had. And then you took pot shots at him to grift off of everyone that currently hates him. That's why. And to be honest, Jar, I'm on Kumo's side. I don't blame Kumo for leaking the video. I literally don't blame Kumo. You took pot shots at him. You're perplexed? What? Sir, this is a Wendy's? What? Like, you're... This entire time, Jar, you've been taking pot shots at Kumo and myself. Like even like the past 2 weeks, you've been passively aggressively saying things in your videos. What do you... You're really perplexed as to why people don't like you? What? You're like... Jar, what? Like, oh my God. You don't get to like... You don't get to talk shit on the internet and like cry at night and wonder why people don't like you, Jar. That's the one thing that you will never ever see from me, okay? As much shit talk that I do about Lio or company, I will never go to sleep at night and be like, I wonder why people in the Senate don't like me. Or, I wonder why Lio doesn't like me. Bro, I make videos about the guy. I know why the guy doesn't like me because I make videos about him. Jar, you make passive aggressive comments about people and you sit there and wonder why people don't like you. You're delusional. You're dumb.
Pissed off. I'll you know, keep working on my videos and all that. I'm working right now, but yeah, he really ticked me off, and I don't think I'm gonna trust him ever.
Oh my God, poor you. You just play the victim card all the time. You even did it in your Vincent Skullman video. At the end of the video, you're like, oh yeah, guys, you know, I wish I could go back to making content. Maybe one of these days I'll stop making videos addressing people and I'll go back to making the content and I'll stop with the drama. Poor me. Like, get the fuck over it. Get over it, dude. Just, if you really want to stop with the drama, just stop with the drama. Just make content. What do you do? Like, review video games besides making drama content? Do you Let's Plays? What do you do? Like, I don't even know what you do besides like respond to people in 2-hour videos. Vincent Skullman made a 30-minute video about you, and then you reply 2 weeks later or a few weeks later, I don't know, however long later, with a 2-hour video replying to his 38-minute video. Bro, you are a 211 subscriber channel responding to somebody that has like what that has 1,000 subscribers or the same amount of subscribers as me. Why are you even giving us the attention? Why do you even give Kumo the attention? You should just be making content. And then on top of it, you're playing the victim. You're a locale.
Ever again.
Mrs. Jack, I don't think so. Okay. It looks like I get 100 dislikes before I get 1k likes. At least I have more likes than dislikes. You're doing better than me. Yes, it's 20% dislikes, but it's hard fighting so many people off almost all by myself. I'm sorry. It's okay, I knew I'd get some backlash, but it was more than I thought due to Kumo. My video has 100 dislikes, but 500 likes. Scary. My point is that most people seem to like the video, but a few are not going to have their minds changed. Okay. It's been public for a while, you're dumb. People are starting to see the light, but it'll be a hard fight. Okay, so no, Kumo's uploaded our call uncut. Somehow he got his hands on it. I only sent it to you. Wait, what, where, what are you talking about? I heard Kumo uploaded our call unedited to his channel. Mind checking on that. Maybe I was lied to, maybe I was wrong. Sorry about that. 2 people told me I uploaded something uncut and I think they were mistaken. Sorry for scaring you like that, I should have checked. 80% likes, 20% dislikes. Fucking hell, dude.
That's how you can tell how obsessive he is with likes and comments. He wants to sit there and act like he's nonchalant and he's above it all. He's not. This guy really cares about his comment section. And it's at the point where he's going to people, he's going to Romantic Goblin of all people and asking for help because he's getting hate in the comment section. That's hilarious to me.
Do you know that Kumo didn't look our call? Talk about Kumo calling. I'm home. Bro, this is... Video got a lot more dislikes. As I was sleeping, it's now at 73%. Still more likes, but that won't last long. Chud now going over my video. This was like... pretty ridiculous.
All right. So then we get into the call where Chud has the conversation with Just a Robot. Now, before we start this call, Just a Robot does not know that Chud just read the DMs. Okay. So it at the start of the conversation, it's going to be frustrating because Just a Robot does not know the full context of the situation.
Hello, hello. Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes, perfectly clear. Perfectly clear. Although there's a bit of echo.
There is?
Test, test, test.
On your, like you can hear your voice?
I think we're good now.
Oh, okay. So I want to give you a heads up about something. I've only seen everything before the Synnibear call.
That's okay.
I was listening to it in my car while I was driving.
Chud also likes to do this thing where it's like he doesn't like to be the person in the room that knows everything, but when you get into a call with Chud, you do not want to lie because Chud 99% of the time knows the full context of the situation because he has people sending him things. And it's just not like, it's not one person sending him things. It's like hundreds of people sending him like the full context of the situation. Okay. You can't hide anything from Chud. There's no hiding from Chud.
I've been so stressed out about this situation. I actually haven't eaten anything all day.
Okay, but are you comfortable to have this conversation now, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Like, here's the thing. Out of every video I've ever uploaded, this was the one I was the least confident on, and I was having very cold feet.
I think that's a lie because you were so smug in your video, Jar.
About it.
Mm.
And then
is that why you sent it to me? Because you were a bit uncertain about it. You wanted some feedback. Is that right?
Yeah, well, partially, yeah. I wanted feedback from you. I wanted feedback from other people. Everyone I got it from seemed to think it was a solid video, but the problem is I only asked people who didn't really know about the situation so far. So I was like, okay, well, let me ask.
That's a lie. That's a lie because we know he went behind the scenes asking people for feedback on the video. And people were giving their feedback. We know for a fact that he went to Goblin asking for feedback. Goblin gave their feedback, and he decided not to listen to Goblin's feedback. Apparently, he went to a number of people for feedback on the video, and he just decided not to listen at all.
Some more about around about this because I want to make sure I'm careful with my wording because that's something I really struggle with.
Okay, you're talking a lot. I don't want to hear all your fucking words. Okay, let me ask you some questions. Okay.
Sure.
Right. So first of all,
and Chud's already mad at the start of the conversation because Chud already knows he's lying to him.
Let's get down to the brass tacks of this. Let's get down to the kind of chronology of this. Your video first of all. Okay. So. You have got a big issue with it being called grooming, but you accept, in your own words, it's inappropriate, right?
Yeah, like totally inappropriate. Like she should not have been doing that. I never said it was okay for her to do that once.
Okay. Well, okay, I would put wonderful. To you...
That's a lie. That's a lie because we know for a fact that Jar, and Jar's going to admit it in a second, that he never saw the DMs between Synny and the 14-year-old, that he only saw the Google Docs. So only seeing the Google Docs, Jar in the video completely dismisses the Google Docs and says that's not good enough evidence. So he's directly lying to Chud right now.
But how
the behavior exhibited here goes beyond being inappropriate and is so egregious as to not really warrant this, semantic debate over whether or not it's grooming. This person was engaging in extended sexual conversations, talking about their fetishes, and sending them not safe for work fetish art, knowingly when they were 14 and the person was 20 and Synnibear's 20. Like, that's a bit more than inappropriate and could easily constitute grooming by some people's definitions, no?
We'll define grooming.
Okay, so Jar started off on the wrong foot. Chud specifically comes from Twitch politics sphere. Chud has been in tons of debates before. You do not want to debate Chud. And Just a Robot attempted to debate Chud. This is no on Just a Robot's end. Do not debate Chud.
I mean, grooming takes many forms.
Because he has experience.
But fundamentally, it is engaging in behavior with someone in order to prepare them for a certain act, as a very broad definition. People are groomed into cults. There's forms of grooming that are like, being groomed for a position at a job, which is more acceptable and obviously not got any sort of negative implications.
So Synny was looking to get this person in their cult or hire them?
Okay, what sort of retarded point is that? I'm giving you a general definition of grooming. No, listen to me, okay? Because I've got a lot to fucking get through with you. I know more than you realize, okay? Now, here's the thing.
Again, I'm telling you, Chud has come from specifically Twitch politics into commentary. Chud has the years of experience in debating. You don't want to get into a debate with Chud because you're going to lose because he has the years of experience.
What I'm trying to get across to you is that grooming can take many forms, okay? If you want to argue the toss with this about whether or not it's grooming, that's fine. You can do that. But you have said it's inappropriate. I'm saying it's way more inappropriate than what you're claiming, and you should be using much stronger language with which to decry it. And it makes the grooming discussion irrelevant. What does it matter whether or not it's grooming when this person was knowingly sending porn by your own fucking description to someone that was 14 when they were 20?
Mind if I go ahead?
Sure.
All right. Let me think here for a second.
I would advise doing so.
Okay, so... All right. What I'm trying to get at is when I hear the word grooming, like... What everybody hears when I hear the word grooming is they think trying to get with the child, all this other stuff. I hate this term like dog grooming, all this other shit. Oh, it's grooming into a position of power, into a cult. It's just when people hear the word grooming, they immediately think of child grooming. And while I think what she did was incredibly, incredibly disturbing, I just don't think it's grooming. And maybe I'm being a little bit autistic.
Okay, but you didn't say, wait a second. You didn't say in your video it was disturbing. You said it was inappropriate. You used lots of language that downplayed the severity of what happened.
I didn't know what other words to use aside from inappropriate.
Okay, but you understand inappropriate has also got an implication of quite a minor faux pas or a minor form of misconduct. And I'm saying this is way more egregious than that, and much stronger language is required. And not only are you not using that language, you're also trying to fucking lawyer about the meaning of the word grooming. And I'm saying it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter whether or not it's grooming.
He's also defending her. He's taking the defense stance.
This behavior is so egregious that all you do when you talk about and argue about whether or not it's grooming is you give the implication that you're defending this person, even if you're claiming that you're not.
I 100% get that. I really should have looked through my video more, and I don't want people to come away from my video thinking Synny did nothing wrong. I just want them to think, hey, I don't think this was as egregious as I was led to believe. Because
this is the problem you've got.
It is egregious, though. Like, what are you talking about?
People are not just coming away thinking Synny did nothing wrong necessarily. They're thinking Just a Robot is a totally deranged freak for defending this individual. Does that not bother you? Does that not upset you?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. That does. Like, that's why I got such cold feet about this and why I'm glad I looked through your video. That's why I reached out to you.
Right. Okay. So you wanted feedback primarily is why you reached out to me. Is that right?
Yeah, because, like, I think that...
That's a lie. So that's... Again, Chud is getting mad again. That's why he went, because Jar's continuing to lie to him.
This might be my just stop situation. Like remember his clearing the air video with the Ellis Mark stuff, and
okay,
so never been more confident.
Right. Stop yabbing. I've got another point to make here. You yourself in your video, you say that Synny has engaged in behavior that groomers engaged in. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if Synny is engaging in behavior that groomers are engaging in, is it not reasonable that people would look at that behavior and conclude that it's grooming?
No, it is.
Right. So you're saying it's reasonable for people to conclude it's grooming. Okay. So why are you so bothered about people calling it grooming when you yourself are saying Synny is engaged in that behavior? That's absurd.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is I don't think it's grooming. I'm just saying if people come to the conclusion that it's grooming, that's fine. I should have made...
He didn't say that. He never said that in the video. He was calling people stupid for just blindingly believing the situation. And here's the thing. It's not that people that were blindingly believing the situation. Everybody was looking into it. People are criticizing Birdie and Synny at the same time, right? They're looking into the evidence. They're reading the DMs between Synny and the 14-year-old. Everybody's looking into the evidence entirely. The only person that is not looking into the evidence entirely is Jar. And he's criticizing people for just blindingly believing the situation while not going into the situation and looking into everything. Like, that is just nutso. That's crazy.
Made that clear in my video. I got to that part in your video, I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I gotta take the fucking L on that. I was fucking stupid. Like, honestly...
Do you think you have been critical enough of Synnibear's actions in your video?
Absolutely not. I will take the L on that 100%.
Okay. So, you accept that...
I think he's backtracking because he's on a live stream with 1,000+ people and just taking the heat. I think he's completely backtracking. Completely. He was so smug in his video, and it's just crazy how smug he was. Just a Robot likes to come on and act as if he's the know-it-all. And he knows everything, and we should just listen to him and believe him because he knows everything. And it's just like, dude, you're just dumb. You're entirely stupid. You know nothing. You know nothing, and therefore you should just sit down and shut up.
You weren't critical enough, and you accept that it's reasonable that other people say that it's grooming. The entire premise of your video is destroyed.
Well, the premise of my video is that, well, I think it's reasonable for people to think that Synny groomed someone.
But you didn't say that really in the video, did you? You didn't make that clear.
Absolutely. No, I did not, and I will take the L on that.
Well, it's not taking the L. The complete concept of...
He's beyond taking the L. It's beyond taking the L, Jar. You pulled a Coyote Lovely. Like, you're beyond just taking the L and coming back. You pulled a Coyote Lovely. This is not just taking the L and... Lol. Okay, guys, sorry. No. No. No.
Your video is undermined in 2 fucking concessions you've made.
Okay. I think you're misunderstanding what my point is.
Okay,
I should
go ahead and make your point.
My point is I should have brought up, I can understand why people think this is grooming. That's what I'm taking the L on. What I'm not taking the L on is thinking that I don't believe this is grooming, because I don't think it was grooming, because sure, it could have started off that way, but it never led to anything. And I'm like, there was no nudes exchanged, all this other stuff. And
do you think that grooming has to lead to a certain conclusion for it to be classified as grooming?
That's a good question.
And also, here's the thing. We don't need to argue the toss about whether or not it's grooming, right? Because creator to creator, what I'm saying to you as well, is why are you taking your channel that you've built and why are you attaching it so closely to someone who's done such egregious acts to issue any defense? You don't have to say it's grooming necessarily, but through the entire video, you make endless efforts to downplay Synnibear's actions. You talk about how, oh, they only sent softcore porn, and oh, the porn was censored, right? You say that if people are sharing it publicly, well, they're basically doing the same thing that Synnibear is doing by sending that privately to a minor. The whole video is downplaying their actions. Please go on.
Can I respond to
yes,
one
please.
point?
Please do. Sure.
Okay. Thank you. So first with the whole document thing, like people sending it to, like they're saying what she put, the screenshots they showed in the doc was her sending porn, and then they linked that doc themselves. I'm like, if you think this is porn, you shouldn't be linking it. I don't link porn under my videos. I don't believe you do either. That's what I'm getting at. And by the legal definition, this is not porn. Her character doing a sexy pose is not porn.
Do you think a character tied up to a post in a bondage-like fashion, do you think that is porn?
Suggestive and softcore porn, yes. It's just, maybe it's because
it's porn then. I'm not saying it's hardcore.
There you go.
I'm not saying it's the most hardcore material.
He answered his own question. He refuted his own argument. Like, this is just, oh my God, he didn't think. He doesn't think. This is just crazy. This is crazy, crazy, crazy.
Going. But definitionally, it is porn. Synnibear sent porn at 20 years old to someone that's 14.
Yeah, maybe it's brain rot from anime I've watched. It's just, I see this stuff in anime all the time, so I thought, I saw this as a kid. Maybe I'm just being old-fashioned the way I'm thinking. Maybe I'm just being stupid. I don't know. It's just...
Well, the old-fashioned take is don't send porn to a 14-year-old when you're 20. No?
Yeah, but when I hear people say send porn, what I was thinking was, like, when I first heard about this drama, people were making it sound like she was sending, like, dick pics to this minor, and when I think it's just when I heard about this, the bar was just set so high, and I thought this is what people were mad about.
Okay, but something cannot be as bad as people are presenting it and still be bad.
Oh yeah, it's bad. I agree with you there. I said in my video, I don't know why she did this.
Yeah, I don't know why she did this. And you're completely...
And yet she did it. I don't know why she did it, but she did it. Like, this is what I don't understand about the whole situation, is that people are so perplexed as to, I don't know why Synny did it. We'll focus on the action. She did it in the first place. You don't get why she did it. So it doesn't matter why she did it. She did it. That's all that matters.
Dismissing in your video, you know, the idea that it could be anything except them just being essentially a gooner. And I'm saying that there is behavior exhibited here that could be indicative of grooming. And even if you don't want to accept that, it's still completely unacceptable behavior, and it's indicative of an impulse control problem where they can't stop themselves from engaging in a sexual conversation with a minor.
Yeah, that is a big problem. I told her, like, don't ever do this again, but I can see that it...
And when Jar says don't ever do this again, it makes it sound like he's doing, like, it's a slap on the wrist. Like, don't ever do this again. Jar, she was already told not to do it again, and yet she did it again.
It's happened so many times.
It's all very well what you said to them, but in your video, the entire premise and the way you're presenting it is to downplay and defend.
I know, it's just I thought there were so many offensive videos out there that why can't...
Oh my God. There were so many offensive videos out there, so I'm going to be the contrarian and put the one defensive video out there. Bro, what? You're insane.
There be one video going in the, well, aside from Kumo, another video going in the opposite direction.
Okay, so that's all that matters to you is the views. That's all that matters to you. So it's a grift for you. That's what it is. Okay.
I was trying to add.
Do you think there should be a video defending Jeffrey Epstein against his crimes? Jeffrey
Epstein, the gay serial killer, right?
No, that's Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Epstein is the billionaire financier who was you know, on pretty serious charges, was a convicted pedophile, in fact, and had more charges brought forward.
No, I don't think Synny is at that level.
Well, no, hang on a sec. Just to be clear, I'm not saying that Synny is at that level. But you said that you saw. But what you said was there's a bunch of videos that are like going very critical on Synnibear. So your response is to put out a video that's positive. And I'm saying that's a flaw in your logic, because even if people are going too hard...
She even made the admission, bro. Like, she made the admission. Like, what is going on here?
You should look at the evidence and come to the best, most reasonable conclusion, rather than work for the premise of, I'm going to put a video out that's more supportive of Synny. You see that? You see what I mean?
I completely get it. That's why I did criticize her a little in my video, and I will completely take
Oh, so you did it a little. Okay, glad we did it a little.
the L. I should have done it much more. I should have been way more harder on her, and I will completely take the L on that.
Okay, right. Now, there's lots of detail to get to in the video itself, but I'm more interested in sticking to what I'm concerned with, because the second aspect of this is your interview with Synny. How do you think that went?
Horrible. I should have been way more journalistic about it. I was very tired when it happened. Honest.
That's a lie. You were flirtatious when it happened. You weren't tired. You wanted to flirt with her. You took it to a personal level. You asked her if she was straight. And then when she said yes, then you said, I'm straight too. It's like you guys were on a fucking date, Jar.
Honestly, the only reason why I included it in my video is I thought the video was solid, and I pretty much just added it to pad out the video. I haven't seen your coverage of the call, but after watching it a few times last night, I could see, yeah, this was not smart of me how I conducted this call at all. I was way too unprofessional and friendly.
Yeah, I mean, what was your goal going into that?
To hit on her. You wanted to hit on her.
Give me a second. I need to go.
Oh, let me think for you. You wanted to hit on her.
My goal.
You wanted to hit on her.
I guess it was just to get her side of things. I guess that was it.
Okay.
You didn't even get her side of things. You couldn't even stick to the question. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. You're lying. You're lying. You're lying. I know you're lying. We all know you're lying. You already had your mind made up when you got into the interview. You even knew she was innocent. You even knew you had it in your mind that she was innocent when you got to the line of questioning. What are you talking about?
And also to show, like, I was also going to reach out to Jack, but they never got back to me. I wanted to show that, like, because I've received criticisms of, oh, Jar, you don't reach out to people before talking to them, and this was one of the first times I've done that, and I clearly didn't do it right.
Sure. I mean, I don't know if this is maybe your first time doing this, or what the case is there, but of course, if you're reaching out to someone to get their side of the story, it's important to ask pointed, specific questions in a way that puts things to them to try and get their side of the story. And it seemed to me like you just wanted to have a chat and have a laugh and talk about other drama and present yourself as this person who's done this before and everything's going to be okay. Don't worry, Synnibear, we're going to sort this out. It was almost like listening to a defense attorney talk to their client. You understand that's like to me, a very big conflict of interest. If you're going to make a video about someone, it should be matter of fact, business, and to the point, right?
I know, it's just, I got convinced that after looking with what I had, that Synny might have been in the right, or not in the right per se, but not a groomer, and a lot of this drama was overblown mainly because of the Pyro stuff. I mean, like, Pyro asked a 15-year-old to draw him as a thicker version of himself. He gets away with it, so I'm like, wait, how is that okay, but this isn't?
All right, so I'm so sick and tired of people like comparing one situation to another. It's not the same. Like, each situation is unique. Stop comparing situations. Okay, just stop.
And that's what I was like questioning myself on.
It's like comparing apples to oranges. It just doesn't work. Stop.
Okay, so without going too deep into the Pyro stuff, the basic premise there, and I've got, a more critical aspect of Pyro than maybe other people do, but to fundamentally lay it out, Pyro benefited from two things. He had a big supportive audience, and also Turkey Tom made mistakes in how he approached the story, and he was heavily criticized. So what happened was is people were able, because of like the big audience, to turn a lot of it into a joke because of the absurdity of it, and people were also able to focus on Turkey Tom's bad kind of mistake there. So I think Pyro could well have received more criticism had that not been the case. But I think there's dynamics there that don't apply here that affected how that turned out. And the other issue, I think, is you're going back to this Pyro story. Pyro has got plausible deniability that he had no idea of the age of the individual when the more sexual stuff was happening. Whereas with Synnibear knew the age from the start and asked again. So Synnibear does not have that excuse.
I've heard a lot of people bring that up. And when I look at Pyro's video, he said, I played this clip in my video, he later learned of Ivory's age, and then, and I quote here, shouldn't have continued the furry stuff with him after that. And I was like, what do you mean by the furry stuff? Because like, we saw what the other furry stuff was, so like, what else was said? And like, I'm surprised I was the only person who was like thought that was a little sus.
So this right here, this is Jar making like, taking a direct quote that Pyro said, turning it into speculation and making his argument based off of speculation. You can't do that. Like, you can make you can speculate all you want, but it's not a good idea to set your argument based off of speculation. You want to set your argument based off of what is fact. This is just because if you set your argument off of speculation, people are going to rip it apart in a second. And you want to know how they're going to rip it apart in a second? They're going to refute it with evidence and with fact. So, based the foundation of your arguments off of the facts of the situation.
Well, here's the thing, and this is the other point of difference that I feel you've really failed to see here, is, to my knowledge, Pyro nor the other party released the entirety of these DMs to review. And so Pyro is able to hide behind a level of uncertainty of what was and wasn't said. And I can't speak as to what was and wasn't said. I believe the age was, the person was 16 when he found out the age, and Pyro was 19. I think they continued to have a kind of furry-esque, somewhat sexual conversation. But for me,
I think Pyro was either 19 or 20, but yeah, I get what you mean.
So the point is, there's these small differences, and when you get close to like the the age of consent thing, you end up in situations where the slimmest of differences can make all the difference, and a year one way or another can turn it from something that most people would see as acceptable to being totally unacceptable. And I know. And I think the problem is you're relying so much on this Pyro thing when there's differences within the story itself. And I'm very critical of Pyro. I've got a video where I've spoken about how I think it got off quite lightly. But, fundamentally there are differences there. And the other problem is we can see all of Synnibear's logs. We can see every single message. Did you look at the messages between Synnibear and Eno in full?
Admittedly, no.
So then there you have it. There you have it. Jar fired up his YouTube video, uploaded it, was so smug about being a know-it-all, defending Synny, coming off as a know-it-all, going and being like, oh yeah, ACC so stupid, art commentary so stupid, they blindly believe everything, but doesn't read the logs of Synnibear and Eno, the 14-year-old. And when you read the logs entirely, it is really bad. It's really bad. Those logs that Synny posted, she shouldn't have posted them because it painted her in a worse light. It made it worse for her. If she thought posting those logs were defending her, no. That made it worse for her. And the fact that Jar is so happy to be smug, come on his high horse, get on his high horse and act like a know-it-all, and then go and not really look into the evidence and act like a know-it-all, you are absolute trash. Absolute trash, and your credibility is out the window as a YouTube creator. You shouldn't be trusted with any kind of topic at all whatsoever. The next YouTube video that Jar puts out, I am less inclined to believe because I can't even trust that Jar does his research. That is absolutely insane that he does that shit. Absolutely crazy that he goes on these videos, acts like a smug piece of crap, and can't even look into the DMs and read the DMs in full. What is wrong with you? Are you dumb?
I skimmed through a lot. I
skimmed through a lot. What is, oh my God. And this is a video that you cared about. Supposedly. I don't even think you cared about this video. I think you used this opportunity to get to know Synnibear because you wanted to have an online girlfriend. That's what I think you wanted to use this opportunity for. That's why I think you're Coyote Lovely. This is laughable to me. This is completely funny. Jeez.
Well, I know that makes me a very big hypocrite because
You didn't even use basic research. And you are a hypocrite. That is so funny. So funny, dude. You're so done. You are so done. It's so over. It's hilarious.
was like, oh, people didn't look through this carefully. And I saw some people like looking through it, but like, it was just like, I looked through the first stock pretty carefully, but the first stock just had so much nothing, just like, oh, her character is in a sexy pose. I'm like, okay.
So let me get this straight. You had access. You knew it was available because it was in the reply. Synnibear had put the link to the full logs that was available to you. Before you made this video hardcore defending Synnibear, you didn't even go over the full logs in any way.
I was going to. I was planning to do that. I just didn't expect Kumo to leak my video.
I went through the full logs. He had well over 2 weeks to go over the full logs. He had 2 weeks to read the full logs before that leaked video went out yesterday. It was about 2 weeks to read those logs. I am not buying it. I think he's lying, and I think Jar is putting the blame onto Kumo. Or Kumo. And that is absolutely shitty that he's putting blame on Kumo.
Video. I was planning to do, not today, yesterday. I was planning to upload the video today, but before I upload my video, I spend one day like double checking everything, doing extra research. And then he uploaded my...
You're lying. You're lying because I know for a fact that you went to people behind the scenes looking for feedback and you didn't listen to people. You're lying, Jar.
My video, and then I was like, oh, fuck, now I guess I have to do this.
Why? You could just say that's an early draft and there's new information that you're assessing. Why do you need to put it out quickly just because Kumo's got it out?
Honestly, I was panicking.
Right, okay.
I didn't know it. I've never experienced that before, where someone takes one of my videos, especially on a topic this serious, and...
You're a liar. You're a liar because I know you have been around when Doodle Tones had their video leaked. You are lying.
Uploads it without my consent. That has never happened before, so I was I woke up, saw it, and then like panicked to upload it as quickly as possible. Now, I'm going to be honest here. Even if he didn't upload that video, I might have still uploaded the video as it is. I might have gotten.
That is a self-report. That is quite a self-report right there. You would have uploaded the video anyways. You know why? Because you didn't think anything wrong of it. You didn't think it was necessary to even look in those DMs because you're lazy. That's why.
I'm lazy and been like, I think I've done enough work already. I'll just make a follow-up later.
I think you're trying to piss on my boots and tell me it's raining. This is fucking nonsense. How on earth can you argue that you had a video, signed, sealed, delivered, ready to upload, and you may have looked at information that may have changed the entire premise of the video later? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Mr. Robots?
No, I did I did the same thing. You can ask my editor about this. I did the same thing because I had my old Synnibear video ready to go. And then I did a little bit more research. I was like, hang on, I need to change this. And I had it ready to go because I was afraid that when I reached out to Jack, Jack would have freaked out and at least I had something to upload.
That's a lie. Because Jack never got back to you.
Okay, so as we're having this conversation now, you have not seen the full conversation and therefore cannot fully comment on the contents of the conversation. Am I understanding this correctly?
Yes.
Don't you see how bro, you have pinned your channel to the reputation of someone and you've not even reviewed all the evidence. What is wrong with you? What's wrong with your programming, Mr. Robots?
I was going to go through it. Trust me. I was like, I had this all planned out. It's just, I didn't expect things to get this complicated. And, you know, I just, from what I've seen of the doc, like, she sung the song lyrics from I Like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie. I was like, why was this included?
He keeps referencing the doc because the doc is his safety net. Chud is talking about the DMs because the DMs are the self-report. The DMs have everything. The DMs show the clear example of the inappropriate interactions between Synny and the 14-year-old and how Synny did not want to stop that interaction. How Synny just kept it going. How Synny was predatory. This is insane. This is just crazy.
This is nothing. Like, I wanted to see like actual grooming, like nudes being exchanged, like, you know, something a little bit more serious than I Like Big Butts and I Cannot Lie.
Well,
and maybe
do you know where you could have reviewed that? The full logs. It's all there for you to review. I don't get this. This is absurd.
Oh, I know. I was
because the logs do show the clear escalation. They do. You can see the clear escalation from the group chat, the sock from the group chat to the DMs with you know.
A lot of people told me they thought this was a solid video and I didn't think I needed to make any changes to it or do any.
You're lying. There are people that told you that you needed to make changes. You needed to make changes and you decided not to make changes. You decided not to listen. You're lying.
More research and I really fucked this one up. This is I suck. Like, I really fucked this one up.
Okay, listen. I'm not going to put you through the messages. They are very bad and I'd recommend you review them. However,
all right,
Mr. Robots, I hold all the keys. I hold all the cards. And I have another thing to put to you. Now, before I do that, is there anything that you wish to admit to me before I do this?
It is so scary when Chud says that. The last time he said that was to Colton, and that conversation did not go well.
I'm trying to think here. Didn't expect you to ask that. Admit. Well, in past videos, I've said very sus stuff that people have taken the very wrong way, and I have been friends with people who've gotten exposed and, you know, cut them off.
Okay.
There's a lot I've done, and I just ask what is it, and just ask what it is, because you know what, maybe there is something, and I just want to rip the Band-Aid off.
Mr. Robots, your logs with Synnibear.
I like how he calls. I like how Chud calls him Mr. Robot. It's so funny.
Were leaked to me an hour ago.
Oh, okay.
And I've reviewed them on stream.
I like how just a robot's like, oh, okay, is that all?
And here's what I believe based on reviewing these logs. In the course of pursuing this story, you spoke to Synnibear and you developed some sort of attraction or interest in them beyond the purely professional one. This has then led you to frame the video in a certain way. And this is the architect now of your pain. This connection that you've made, this non-disclosed connection, which is a complete conflict of interest and should never have happened. What say you?
I have no romantic interest. I'm very friendly with the way I talk. I can show the logs I've had with other people.
Lies.
If they'll give me permission, but I'm very friendly. I have a girlfriend. I have no sexual interest
I feel bad for your girlfriend.
in Synny at all.
But you do,
okay,
actually, let's say that. Go on.
No, actually, I want to take no. Okay. Maybe I do have sexual interest in Synny. I mean, I'm a straight.
There you go.
Guy, come on. So I'm gonna walk back on that, but I have a girlfriend. I'm not. What part of the logs would you like to go over with me?
I can't believe he actually admitted he had sexual interest in Synny. Like when he did this, my jaw went to the floor.
Okay.
Bro is attracted to Synny. Bro is attracted to Synny. This is a Coyote Lovely situation all over again.
So thank you for being honest there. Okay, I appreciate that. Makes my job a lot easier. Now, the first point at which I had probably the most initial concern is I'd like to take you back to you on the 29th of September.
Hang on.
8:58 p.m. Time zone unclear, possibly UK time. And you say, I presume as some sort of joke, want to see my cock. In fact, I tell you what. And then you send a picture of a chicken, of a rooster, of some sort of...
That's my humor.
Okay. Do you think it's appropriate to joke about sending a picture of your penis to someone who you're interviewing who is accused of grooming an individual?
Absolutely not.
But we still did it, Chud. They still did it. This is like insane. Like, oh my God, why? Why? Like, oh my God.
So why did you do it?
It's just my humor. It's just what I do. I'm not the most mature fellow, and I've sent this same joke to so many other people.
Okay. I mean, presumably you were not interviewing those individuals on the basis of allegations that they're grooming.
Yes, you're correct.
Okay. The second thing I'd like to bring your attention to is on the 7th of October at 12:28 a.m., I believe UK time. Okay? You requested a call, and in your words, I just need someone to chat with as I drift off to sleep. Can you explain that to me, please?
Yeah, I like to chat to people on my phone as I fall asleep.
You have a girlfriend. What are you doing? Take a sleeping pill. Guided meditations. Like, what are you doing, dude?
It's not a romantic thing at all. I've done it
I
with
don't
guys,
believe
I've done it
you.
with girls.
No, you've done it with guys? Like, what is this? Bro.
I just like to be on the phone with people as I fall asleep. I've done it with my roommate. He's not
That is so weird. You're on the phone with your roommate? What?
in right now, so I can't bring him in for this.
Okay.
It's just
without discerning the exact nature of this, do you at least understand it is completely unacceptable and a conflict of interest to make a video about someone, to ostensibly interview them to get their side of it, and have this level of personal conversation with them as well.
Absolutely. I shouldn't have done that. And I feel bad about that.
I mean, this is an utter shambles, Mr. Robot, is it not? What the fuck is going on
Oh,
here?
it is. It is. I
like how proper Chud is. And I mean, this is an utter shambles, Mr. Robot. Oh my God, Chud.
I shouldn't talk about stuff like this.
How do you think I felt when I was reviewing this? You sent this to me because, as you say, right, you wanted my opinion on it, and I'm just seeing all this atrocity on the screen, and then I get these DMs, and it's even worse.
Yeah. Like, I did not expect you to get the DMs.
No, you didn't, did you?
No. I am a little shocked that those were leaked, but yeah. What I said was wrong. What I did was wrong, but I had no romantic interest in Synny.
That's a lie.
At all. I'm very loyal to my girlfriend. I would never do anything like this. Like not like this. Like cheating wise. And
listen, okay. Let me just give you this, okay? I will leave it for the audience to determine what they think about the nature of your interaction.
It's inappropriate.
Okay? My concern is not about whether or not you're interested sexually, romantically, how loyal you are to your girlfriend. Chat, the gossipers, the tea enjoyers, they may be interested in that. I personally am concerned with the conflict of interest that it represents, and I think it is an utterly egregious breach of any sort of journalistic principle or standard, which is something I believe you yourself expressed concern about with people not reaching out to individuals.
Absolutely.
I agree. You're way too involved. You need to uninvolve yourself.
I mostly... Oh, actually, now I remember. I talked to her a lot about the video and how I was nervous about how it would go down. Like, it did make me lose sleep at night thinking about the backlash I would get.
All right, so this conversation, Queeman joins in, and Queeman's line of questioning for Just a Robot is very specifically interesting, because Queeman does not let him go away or slither away. So let's listen to this particular conversation of the live stream.
Okay, no, there's something that's not true. You didn't say, oh, maybe this isn't clear cut, I'll reach out to Synny. When you started speaking to Synny, you already had a narrative. You'd already decided that Synny was innocent because messages laying out your questions for Synny, and in the questions you ask her on the call, you make it clear that you think Synny is innocent.
Yeah, well, not innocent, just not as guilty as people painted her as, but...
Well, you're putting, like, things...
He had the idea that she was not as guilty or innocent, however he wants to describe it. He had the idea that he wanted her off the hook so he could use her as a pit bull in this entire situation. He essentially, what Just a Robot wanted to do was essentially use what I think was happening was because Lio is like fallen, right? And everybody else in the art commentary community doesn't want to hang out with Just a Robot, like Ponder Sprocket, Mally, all of them, Monstrous. They don't want to hang out with Just a Robot. He wanted to potentially use Synny as like a pit bull or an attack dog and wanted to get her off the hook and like make his own like little attack dog.
Things in your messages saying like you're saying that it's a
and he had a crush on her
setup when you're asking her questions
because he admitted to it.
Wait,
you're saying that if the victim was friends with the person who wrote the document, then it was probably a setup. That's like something you wrote in your questions for this person.
Hang on, let me scroll back up.
I can. I've got this here somewhere. if you want me to read it out exactly.
Yeah, I already found it. I just need to
Okay.
know the number. Set up. Which question is it? I'm dyslexic. It's hard for me to find it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't actually find it exactly. Give me 1 sec. And
It was something about asking if Tenno or Enno or whatever the name was friends with someone. Then it was probably a setup.
Can I post? Let me just screenshot it and post it in chat, so you can see it for yourself.
okay, there we go. Thank you. Here we go. Right, so it's on the screen.
Yeah. So which
Yeah.
question?
So
was it?
question number 4: is the 14-year-old friends with the person who made the doc? Because if so, this might have been a setup. So you're coming in here with pretty strong narratives.
Oh, okay.
You
Well,
weren't just
I
coming in
heard-
here impartially, were you?
Well, I heard that they were, but Cindy confirmed that that wasn't the case as far as she was aware. So yeah.
Right, but even if they were friends, how would that imply it's a setup? The only reason you're implying that it's a setup in that question is because you've got a predetermined notion about the validity of the case.
What my thought process was maybe
Jar's not gonna admit to this, but Jar already, like, again, what Jar did with his video is he was talking to Kumo and talking to Goblin. He took all of Kumo's he took all of Kumo's arguments, interpreted them in his own language, made them worse than what Kumo was relaying, like, and made them vastly different. Like, what Kumo was relaying in his arguments was way different what Jar was saying. What Kumo was saying was, like, way stronger than what Jar was saying. Okay, I'm telling you guys, what Kumo's arguments were way different. What Jar was saying, watered them down. He stole Kumo's arguments, watered them down, put them in a video, and then, like, grifted off of the many people. He attempted to griff off the many people that do not like Kumo right now, and made pot shots at Kumo in his video, in an attempt to get views, under the guise of, oh, hey guys, I don't like Kumo either. It's absolutely disgusting, absolutely horrible. So he's lying. He did have the preconceived notion. Like, Queenman is speaking as a matter of fact right now. He did have the preconceived notion that Synnibear was innocent. And also in the video, Jar admits that something wasn't right. He describes it. Something wasn't right. I had this hunch that Synnibear was innocent. I had this hunch that something wasn't right. And he describes that, right? So he already had the preconceived notion going into the interview that something wasn't right. Cinny was innocent.
Enno being not Enno. Fuck. Cinny being stupid would have been, like, convinced
But how do I make
to
money off depressed people?
Hang on, sorry, I'm trying to think of what my thought process was back then.
He's having, right now, Jar is having issues answering because he's trying to make up a lie, and he can't lie on the spot like that. He's having, like, a Bo Blacks moment right now.
I think Cinny would have been encouraged to talk to this person like this, and I was just trying to see if this was a honeypot situation. Even if it was, it wouldn't have.
He's literally taking a Kumo argument and trying to make it sound like his right now.
of like it wouldn't be that much. I just wanted to get confirmation on it.
Oh, that's another thing actually. In the call with Cinny, you actually mentioned that you almost got by what you described as a honeypot, right? What was all that about? You
that was I told the whole story. Some 14-year-old was like, I want to make you Hopi, and I was like, oh no, I know where this is going, block. That was the whole story.
What do you mean by you know where this is going? You said in that video as well that you cut it off because it was a honeypot, right?
I think that was the terminology I used, but it was like a 14-year-old or possibly someone pretending to be a 14-year-old trying to like get me in a situation like this, and I was like, no, I'm not interested. No, thank you. But I didn't even respond because I was like, Nora, what I respond with is going to be taken the wrong way.
Oh, so you didn't respond. You did. There was no response ever to this.
As far as I can remember, I mean, it was a really long time ago.
Okay, so anyway, back to the message. You were saying, so you went in with a predetermined notion here. You had already decided, because we can hear it in the start of the Cinny call. You had already decided that Cinny was innocent. You were saying, oh, you're going to get through this. Oh, it'll be fine. Oh, these are just things you got to do to get through this. Oh, you've already decided where you lie on the facts of the case when you start talking to Cinny.
Yes.
So I am just wondering, but you are presenting it as though you came in impartially. But you did not. You very clearly went in with the motivation to defend Cinny.
I went into that call with that's for sure. I just, with the situation itself, I was impartial because...
He's lying. He's directly lying. He admitted it for a second where he's like, yes, I knew I had my mind made up. But then he's softening. He's softening the truth with he's saying like a half truth, right? He's saying, yes, had my mind made up. Oh, but I still went in with the interview questioning things.
I was convinced Cinny was 100% guilty at the beginning, but then I started thinking, you know, maybe this won't go the way I think
That's not true.
it will. Like, maybe there is something I'm missing here. And then that's when I was like, like, I've been having doubts about this whole drama since I began my original video about this. And then I was like,
Yeah, here's the thing, Jot, is that the one thing that came close to even, like, attempting to defend Cinny in any way that could ever be received well is pointing out that, or, well, trying to point out, because it isn't actually true, but trying to point out that the grooming checklist doesn't apply to the situation. And that's a point that I just heard Kumo saying, like, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So it seems like you just came in looking for a way to defend Cinny and latched onto the best narrative you could. But really all you cared about, you didn't care about defending Cinny, you didn't care about making the video. You cared about getting close to Cinny. Because you're...
So what Queeman is actually describing is actually the facts of the scenario. Like, he is describing the reality of the situation. To the T. To the T. Because, and the reason why I know this is because Jar was talking to Kumo and Goblin behind the scenes. They were talking to each other. I don't know who interacted with who first, right? I went to Goblin and tried to get a statement from Goblin. Goblin told me that Kumo and Goblin reached out to Jar first, right? I had the idea in my head that Jar reached out to Goblin and Kumo first, right? I could be wrong, but regardless, they were talking behind the scenes about Synnibear. Jar took Kumo's arguments, watered them down, stole the arguments, and used this entire situation to get to know Cinny. Didn't even bother to do any research. Didn't even bother to read the DMs that Cinny put out. Knew those DMs were out. So let's continue to listen to what Queeman is about to describe describe because Queeman is describing the reality of the situation.
Your entire setup here has been not, I'm going to do a bunch of research and lay out very clearly what the issues with this case are. Not, I'm going to go through the logs and point out how it's not grooming. It has been, I'm going to use the situation to get in a call with Synny, sit there and act friendly to Synny, and then collaborate with Synny to make a video. That's been your game plan.
I mean, I don't think the word collaboration, I mean, is it a collaboration?
It is collaboration because you were asking for thumbnails and shit, dude. You were absolutely collaborating. Yeah.
It's so true. That is actually truthful. I even think he took it to the extent of not only am I going to collaborate with you, but because Lio is down, because I don't have any friends in the art commentary community, because Pondersprocket doesn't want to hang out with me, because Mally doesn't want to hang out with me, because Monstrous doesn't want to hang out with me, I'm going to make Synnibear my new ally. And I want Synnibear to be there to defend me. So when I make videos about Vincent Skullman, I can have a 500,000 subscriber YouTuber channel also attack Vincent Skullman with me. He was going to essentially try and make another art commentary community and do the same things that Lio was doing in the past. And again, my whole thing with this whole art commentary community is it's an anarchy. Y'all do whatever you want. Okay. If you guys want to come back and make content, come back and make content. Okay. To the people that were predatory towards children, stay away. We don't like you. We don't want you back. But to those that got ridiculed over dumb shit, dumb, stupid shit, come back, whatever. Make your content. Get your bag. Do whatever. There's no dear leader in this community. I don't know why people in art commentary look to Creepshow Art or look to Hopeless Peaches or look to Lio Convoy or look to Just a Robot as like figureheads of or the leaders of the art commentary community. Just make content. What does it matter?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I tried to get multiple thumbnails. I mean, I wanted to get something out of this, but I ultimately didn't use it, mainly because Synny asked me not to. But yeah, I guess that's fair. Collaboration, that's a fair term. But no, I was not trying to use this to get with Synny. I can understand
That's a
how
lie.
it looks like
That is a lie.
that.
But every action you've taken, every step of the way has been purely oriented around getting you closer to Synny and not towards any actual goal. Your video fucking sucked because you couldn't be bothered to read the messages, and you didn't do any independent research aside from what Kumo had already done for you on a stream like 2 weeks beforehand. When you spoke to Synny, you spent 0 time interrogating her actual side of the story or interrogating any of the facts or interrogating what she thought she did wrong, and spent all the time trying to build a rapport with her and build connection. And then you spend more time afterwards jeopardizing the story, bitching and complaining about the fact you can't fall asleep and you need someone to fall asleep on call with. And then when Kumo turns around and tries to clean up after you, you say, oh yeah, that Kumo guy's backstabbing us. Yeah, you shouldn't trust that Kumo guy. You shouldn't trust, because you're very clearly feeling insecure and threatened by Kumo. So every step of the way, all of your actions are oriented around trying to fuck some freak pedophile online. That is all you've been interested in.
No, that is not true. I have no interest in Synny. I haven't even seen a picture of their face. If Kumo wants to get with Synny, if that is the case,
Jar's actually lying. Like, Queeman is actually speaking truth right here. And the fact that Jar, like, is even lying still is just, like, insane. Dude, you pulled a Coyote Lovely, bro. You pulled a Coyote Lovely. And it was so freaking obvious that you got caught doing it on, like, obvious levels that were so freaking laughable. You're such a loser, Jar. You are such a freaking loser. And this is what you get. This is what you get. Maybe next time when you come back around to making content, don't be so freaking smug. Don't take pot shots and just humble yourself for like a second. Okay? You're such a loser. Coyote Lovely 2.0.